students, today's topic is reproductive health, family planning and STDs. The first topic here I am going to discuss is about reproductive health. Now, what is reproductive health? According to World Health Organization WHO, reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, social and behavioral. WHO has prepared following guidelines about the knowledge of reproduction and reproductive health. It is the moral right of every human being to know about it. Now, what are those guidelines? Let me discuss. The first guideline is overpopulation, its ill effects and need to control it. Secondly, the knowledge of reproductive organs and sexually transmitted disease or STDs. Sex education and awareness about reproduction. Fourth, birth control devices. The fifth, care of mother and the child. And finally, prevention of sex abuse and sex-related crimes. Childbearing and women's health. Women's health is very essential for every family, society and nation. Malnutrition and stress during pregnancy are the major causes of ill health of childbearing women. Through proper family planning programs and other measures, the health of women can be maintained by taking following measures. That are by avoiding unwanted pregnancies, by limiting the number of births and proper time gap between the subsequent pregnancies, bearing the child at optimum age. The most proper age for bearing a child for a woman is between the age of 20 to 35 years. By providing sufficient and balanced nutrition to pregnant and lactating women. The next topic is family planning. As we know, population explosion has become a serious world concern. India's population has already crossed 1.2 billion mark. If present trend of population growth continues, very soon there will be food crisis resulting in famines, hunger and poor health, acute shortage of shelter and clothing, shortage of drinking water, good housing, education and medical care. Thus, the family planning program is being run by the government to create awareness and to attain the following objectives. Now, what are the objectives? They are to avoid unwanted birth, to have proper time gap between two pregnancies, to limit the number of children in the family, to maintain a balance between home economy and the size of the family, to provide total welfare of the small family, including nutrition of the child and of the pregnant woman. And finally, subsequent care of the child by immunizing to ensure his or her survival. What are the methods of family planning? Family planning objectives can be education and contraception. Through education, it is most effective method in making the people aware of the advantages of small families and disadvantages of having large families. Masses should be educated about various ways of fertility control. Contraception. Contraception is the avoidance of pregnancy by preventing the fertilization of ovum. Now, there are various contraceptive methods. They are as follows: withdrawal technique, barrier method, chemical method, surgical method. So, under which we have again following different type of methods. Let me discuss that. Now, let me discuss about the various contraceptive methods. The first is the withdrawal technique. Withdrawal technique is the coitus interruption. It is the oldest type of method of birth control. It involves the withdrawal of the penis by the male just before ejaculation so that semen is not discharged into the vagina. Second is the barrier method. Some physical devices is used to prevent the entry of the sperms in the female genital tract. These devices are available for both males as well as females. So what are they? They are the condoms. It is used by men only. It prevents the deposition of the semen into the vagina. Use of condom also protects both male and female from sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS. Next comes the diaphragm. It is a rounded latex cap with coiled spring. It can be fitted deep into the vagina on the mouth of uterus or cervix. It prevents the entry of the sperm into the uterus. Next come the intrauterine contraceptive devices or IUCD, commonly known as loop or copper T. It is inserted in the uterus of the female. The third type of contraceptive method is the chemical method. Some chemicals are used either to immobilize the sperms in the female genital tract to reach the ovum or to prevent the ovulation. These chemicals may be spermicides or oral contraceptives or birth control pills. Now, spermicides are the chemicals that kill the sperms. The application of the spermicidal cream, foam, tablet, jellies, or paste before intercourse in the vagina of the female kills the ejaculated sperm. Next come the oral contraceptive or the birth control pills. The birth control pills are taken orally by the female every day. A birth control pill does not allow ovulation to take place. Hence, fertilization of the egg is also not possible. The surgical method or sterilization of contraception. These includes vasectomy and tubectomy. Vasectomy is performed in the males. In this method, a small incision is made in the side of the scrotum and a portion of vas deferens is removed and both the cut ends are ligated. This prevents the sperm to move into the urethra. Hence, the semen of the vasectomized male does not contain sperm. Tubectomy is a tubal ligation and is adopted in the female. In this process, a small portion of the fallopian tube is removed and the cut ends are ligated. This prevents the ovulated egg to enter into the uterus. Both vasectomy and tubectomy are also known as methods of sterilization. They do not affect the normal sexual life. Finally, there is another important terminology that you have to remember, that is the medical termination of pregnancy or MTP. It is a practice to get rid of the unwanted fetus that can take place in case of unwanted pregnancies like rape cases and various other cases. For example, if the mother's health is not permitting the conception of the child. Sexually transmitted diseases or STDs. STDs are spread by sexual contact with the infected person. These are also called venereal diseases. The venereal diseases can be caused by bacteria, virus or protozoa. The common STDs are gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes and genital warts. Gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted disease caused by a bacterium, Neisseria gonorrhea, mainly in females. Now, what are the causes of STDs? The causes of STDs may be various, like unprotected sex, blood transfusion, drug addiction, from which shearing of needle is one of the main cause, and then one more very important is through placenta from the infected mother to the fetus. Here is the list you can see which depicts the various causative agent of the STDs and their symptoms. So my dear student, it was all about today's topic. I have covered here the very three important parts, that is the family planning, population explosion, obviously related to family planning, and you can see here we have discussed about the sexually transmitted diseases and their various causes and symptoms, as well as I have discussed here about the objectives of the family planning by WHO and what are the needs of family planning, and then you have studied here about the various contraceptive methods. Hope you have understood the topic very well through this animated video, and see you in the next video from the next chapter. Take care. Bye.